Okay, you've reached the age when it's time to start thinking about what you're going to do with your life. More specifically, what you're going to do for a living. To a degree, we all invent our future, but engineers invent the future for the rest of us too. Need proof? Think about all the things you enjoy doing: playing and listening to music, watching TV and movies, surfing the net, playing video games. There's plenty of engineering behind all that. Engineers take the discoveries of science and turn them into something that makes our lives better. That's why engineers are in high demand, and that makes engineering a great career choice.
One of the things that I talk about all the time when I go meet with students, I look at them and say, you do realize that out of the 15 most highly demanded degrees that are out there right now, 14 of them are engineering degrees, right?
So what does it take to be an engineer? Well, it takes good math skills, a strong interest in science, a curiosity about how things work, and a love of solving problems. If you've got all that, you're ready for this. METSA.
We are a college prep academy that allows students to go through their curriculum through project-based learning. And we offer dual credit and AP classes their junior and senior year so they can graduate high school with college credit.
Your first 2 years at METSA cover general engineering principles. Then you focus on a specialty, like digital electronics, aerospace, civil engineering, biotechnology engineering, robotics, and computer-integrated manufacturing. But it isn't just the engineering curriculum that makes METSA different.
I think our academy is different because we're much smaller than your standard high school. Turner High School has 2,500 students. We've got 100 students per grade level, and we can really focus in on those students and really get to know them and really help them out academically.
If you don't understand something, you can always go up to a teacher. She gives you a workshop and she explains things into depth so you know what you're doing and so that you're not lost.
At METSA, we teach a lot more than the state-required curriculum. As a 21st century demonstration school, we educate our students in the use of technology, critical thinking, written and oral communication, and active collaboration. That means working together. At METSA, every student has their own computer. That's because all our students use computers to solve problems and complete their work. Maybe the biggest difference, though, is the emphasis on project-based learning. Our teachers create projects based on real-world scenarios.
Everything has some type of real-world focus or a wrapper around it to let the students really see why they're learning what they're learning.
Students then work together in teams to find solutions to the problem.
The kids have to create a list of what they know and what they need to know about the content. And the reason for that is because they have to apply that knowledge and that set of skills that they're learning to eventually come up with a final product or a final end outcome of the project.
With project-based learning, I actually get the feel of how I'm learning my curriculum, but how I get to base it on real-life scenarios. So being able to place myself in a role during the project helps me better, I think, to learn the actual curriculum.
This approach gives you a feel for working in a professional environment. Students even write up and sign their own contracts, which define their role on the team and the performance expected of them.
We teach our kids how to hold each other accountable, not necessarily to the teacher, but to each other.
The idea that we grade our peers really keeps everybody in line and allows us to want to do well because we know that our grade is dependent on how well we work together.
At the completion of their project, students have the opportunity to present their solution to a panel of experts.
They know that there's experts in that field, and it's not just their teacher that's grading them, it's other people. They really step up their work and step up the quality.
I've been involved where I've got to see a presentation and how important they teach the kids of presentation, their skills. They work with their speech, they work with how they present themselves, and how they're talking and explaining their assignment. So out of that really helps out a lot of directions for them for life skills down the road.
METSA students also learn outside the classroom. You'll go on 4 to 5 field trips a year, one of them out of town, to see the engineering work being done in colleges and universities, in fascinating places like the Comanche Springs Astronomy Complex, in leading organizations like NASA, the space agency, and even in other countries. Next spring, for example, our senior class will travel to Europe. to view engineering wonders in France and Italy. METSA also provides opportunities to meet real engineers and follow them on the job. In your sophomore year, you'll have the chance to shadow an engineer for a day. Then during your senior year, you'll complete a full internship and work on your capstone project.
I did shadowing last spring with Joe Novelli, the Director of Operations Engineering for American Airlines. It was a very interesting day. I think I got a lot out of it, especially when I got to talk to the guy who does weights and balances for all the flights that go through DFW.
I basically learned the interactions that go on between the engineers, the architects, the electrical engineering guys, you know, just all throughout the building, and then it's really a group effort. And I kind of learned that the values that we're learning in METSA about teamwork really apply to the real world.
I got the chance of going to meet with a civil engineer, and I got to shadow him for one day, and I actually got to get interviewed by him and at the same time interview him. So it was a pretty fun experience for me.
METSA kids have fun too. The fun of our monthly socials, such as dances and lock-ins, as well as the fun of engineering-related clubs and competitions.
Most of our teachers are sponsors of those clubs and those extracurricular activities, and it gives us an opportunity to get to know our students a lot better.
For example, we do a few robotics clubs, and they're doing hands-on engineering. It's not for a class, it's not something that a teacher made up, it's hands-on engineering. They've got to build a robot to accomplish a certain task. They've got to build a rocket to make it to a mile carrying a 1-pound payload that they designed. And those hands-on activities are absolutely priceless to those students.
If it all sounds pretty intense, don't worry. We know there's more to life than engineering, so we make sure you still have time for the other things that interest you, like fine arts and athletics, all the electives and extracurricular activities offered at R.L. Turner High School. And when you graduate, you'll be ready for college. You'll have a digital portfolio filled with your accomplishments at METSA, ready to send out to the colleges of your choice. You'll hit campus with at least 16 hours of college credit, along with 4 years of experience working in a college-level learning environment. It's all part of our goal to help you become college-ready, career-ready, and life-ready.
If you are very interested in becoming an engineer and you're motivated, this academy is the place for you, because they will challenge you, they will make you ready for college and for your career, and they will care about you and getting you every step of the way.
I think it's definitely going to help me in college opposed to someone who has only gone through high school in a traditional classroom.
I feel that engineering won't be a profession that you would get tired of easily, because there's something new to learn each day and something new to work on.
The future for engineering students is one thing, and that's bright. You'll be doing something that benefits society and something that you'll really love.